Lab 4, part 1. So in this exercise here, we are creating this device here on top, and I go through the steps to do it. We'll open Creo Parametric 9, making sure that the select working directory option has selected the folder I made earlier. So I go new, a new part, turn off default template. So lab L4 P1, lab 4 part 1, say OK. Then I will take one of the metric templates, this one here. Either of these two will do. This one here, I'll take this one. And I have my 3 planes facing me on the screen. So the first thing I will do is do an extrusion. I'll put it on the front plane. I go into sketch mode here, which is this button here. And then I will draw the half of the extrusion, or the sketch for half the extrusion. Can start like this here. And while it's selected, I'll have to put down a center line. I may not need a center line. I'll just see will it mirror. And it does mirror. So now I have that this sketch completed. I will now adjust the dimensions. So I'll make this maybe 80 on top. On the bottom, make it 120. This side here, I will make 20. And then the top, I will make, say, 40. That's reasonable enough to work with. Say OK to that. It should extrude, and it does. So I will now extrude around this center plane here. So to do that, around the front plane, to do that, I'll select this option here, this little button here, and I go symmetric. Now the width of the extrusion, or the depth of the extrusion, is 80. So I will set that to. I look at different options here. I'll set it to 40. And just have a look. I think 40 is fine. That will allow me to create the piece I want to create. Now this is slightly bigger than in the instruction, but it's about the technique, so this is fine. So that's the first part of the exercise, to create the extrusion there. So this would be at the bottom of page 2 now. So the next thing to do is we're going to select the revolve tool. The revolve tool is here. I will select the front plane, and that's the reason why I put the front plane here in the middle of the extrusion. I'll select the front plane. Sketch view again. Now, I will select my references. So I'll reference this edge here, this edge here, this one, and this one. Now, the first thing I do is I put down a center line here. I need that. I'm on page 4. I'll do the sketch for the extrusion, or for the revolve. And I'll do the general outline of it here. These won't be the exact dimensions on the drawing. So it looks something like this here. It's got a little handle on it here. I'll take it down here, down to about here, over here, onto there. and then straight around and complete the thing up here. So those dimensions, I just adjust them slightly here. That would be make it 7.5. And this is make that 8. I'll make it 7.5. And I just leave the rest of them alone there. And now I will say OK to revolve it, and it revolves like this here. And so I say OK to that. Now I just adjust it again here. I just want to adjust the size of this here because it's a little too big for the base. So I go in here to the revolve, click on section. There's a little edit button up here, little snooker ball kind of thing. So edit definition, and I go back in and edit again. So the overall dimension of this here is not given, so I will put a dimension on it. So control button and dimension here and put it down here. So that's 28.8. So if I make that say 24, that should bring it within the size of the base. I'll just try that. Work better. No, it's still too large. So this is just to show you again how to edit this here. Go up here, click on the edit ball again. Go back into 2D, and so I'll make this 20. And that would be exactly the size of the base. And this one here is 21.3. So I make that say 60, make that 18. I'll just show you how to do editing. That's the purpose of this here. So OK to that. Now we have that there. So that's our revolve, and that's decent enough. Now we keep updating as we go along here, the saving. So there's a couple other things I want to do, and one of them I want to round the edges here. So click on the round button, click on the edge here, and I got a round of 1.9, so I can make that maybe 5. And you can see a steeper round. Now again here I can do a round here. Now it's going to come up at 5 again, I think. If I do it here. So this time I could go for 8. And so that is the revolve done. Now I'm on page bottom of page 4. Now, if I go back to the original shape of it, of the device, you can see that I haven't quite got the shape, so I have to do some work on the base. So I'll do that work now. So what I have to do to the base is put a recess in here, and on this face here, and a recess on this face here, and holes through them. And so this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to click on the extrude button, click on the front face here. I got to get out of this one. It's gone. I just go through that extrude again. This will happen all the time here. So now here, selected it now. So I've selected the front, this surface here because I'm going to put an extrusion on it. I go 2D or sketch view, and what I'm going to do then next is I'm going to select my references, which are all the edges. So this edge here, this edge here, this edge here, this one here, this one here, and this one here. So I will now close that. Now there's a couple of different ways then I can do this sketch here. There's a technique called offset, and close the door. There's a tool called offset, and I'm going to try to use that. So this tool here called offset, and what I have to do here is I have to open this box here, close that little information thing. I'm going rule based. I'm going for a complete loop, and that is how it works. And I'm going to adjust that size there. I will make it say 5, maybe, yeah, 5. When again. No, that's better. That's 5. Okay to that. Now straight into the extrusion. And so I just maybe take 10, I make 20 out of it. So I'll put 20 in here. And I'll go back into the piece here, click that back in, and that would be fine. Remove material is on. That's fine there, that one. And okay to that. And so now that may be a little too deep, but I can adjust that again. I'll show you how to edit it. So now I'm going to mirror that across here. So I select extrude, select the mirror tool, and select this plane here and send it across. Now I'm going to have to back in and reduce the size of that extrusion because it left me with no wall. So the extrusion itself I want to adjust. It's 20. So if I make it 10. Now, both of them are just at the same time. Both of them are now 10. So that's showing you how to edit it. Edit an extrusion. Now the final thing I want to do is I'm going to put a hole here and a hole here, and same on the other side. So an extrusion because we haven't used the hole tool yet. So extrude, and I'll extrude on this surface here. Again, 2D, and this is the surface here. So now I have to pick up the references. Right click, references. Get that edge there. That edge there. That edge there. The center. So I can put the hole right in here. So, and I could also select that edge there. Close that. The circle is going to allow me to make a hole here. About that size. So that is 8. I'll make that 8. That whole diameter 8. And I think it's right back on the center there. But if you want to dimension it from the edge, you click on the dimension button here. Click on the edge. Control button down. Grab the center of the circle, and somewhere down here, middle mouse button, and that will show you the size. It's midpoint, so I leave it alone. So that is the hole there, and that's going to be my extrusion. So I click OK, and it's extruding in the wrong direction. So I just click the arrow to send it back the way. And it's my options then are through all or to next, through until. And so I'll just try a few to look at each of the materials. So through all, we'll go out into the next one. I don't want that. So I will put up to next. Won't do that either. Variable. So I'll leave it variable because it just does the hole I want. So okay to that. Now that's that hole done. And that hole is selected. It's green, you can see there. So what I can do now is just mirror that hole, send it around here, around the center there like that. And you can see it goes over there. And I can then, if I want to, I can mirror those two holes over the other side. I don't have to remake them. So I'll click on extrude, put down the shift button or the control button, and click on the mirror as well. Go up here to mirror tool and click on this plane here, and the other two holes are sent across there, and that's it. Now that's slightly different dimensionally to what I have on the sheets, but that's showing you the techniques